You're watching DD India Live. I'm Mark Lynn. The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Prime Minister Narendra Modi met last week to discuss several agreements aimed at enhancing cooperation between the two countries. One of the agreements is centered on increasing the amount of skilled workers coming from India to Germany. Joining us now with more on this topic is DW correspondent Emily Leshner, who's joining us from Berlin. Emily, thank you for being with us. What kind of labor deal did Scholz and Modi agree on?
Well, Germany agreed to increase the number of visas granted annually to skilled Indian workers to 90,000. That's more than 4 times the current number, which is around 20,000. Scholz also pledged to do 2 key things, to make the process easier for Indian workers. One was to reduce the bureaucracy of the application process, and the other is make it easier to recognize professional qualifications earned in India. Right now, there are around 250,000 Indian workers living in Germany, many of whom are employed in the sectors where there is serious labor scarcity in IT, engineering, nursing care, and medicine.
Well, Emily, it's not just workers who are flocking to Germany. There are students also. There's been an increase in the number of students. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, that's right. In the last 10 years alone, there's been an estimated 5-fold increase in Indian students coming to Germany to study. And students that Deutsche Welle spoke with said that the reasons are because tuition is considerably cheap and the universities here have a good reputation internationally. And those are reasons that make it attractive to come here to study. But you can also point to Germany's recent Skilled Immigration Act as one of the drivers of this increase in number. This piece of legislation made it easier for international students to work while studying. It doubled the amount of hours they can work from 10 to 20. And many students aren't able to rely on their family abroad to pay their expenses while they're in Germany. So this has certainly helped. And these are small changes that can make a big impact on Germany's ability to bring in the workers that it desperately needs. The German government hopes that it will help create a pipeline of workers to fill the hundreds of thousands of job vacancies. Students who have navigated the German university system and the job search will be able to jump into the labor market here much more easily.
And finally, Emily, from the German point of view, what else came out of these talks last week?
Well, Scholz and Modi reached 27 individual agreements, many of which aim to increase cooperation economically and in the sphere of defense. One is an intelligence arrangement that permits authorities and businesses to exchange sensitive information with each other. Germany has also offered to help India modernize its military, not only so it can reduce dependency on Russian weapons, which make up most of its arsenal, but also to better be able to protect Indo-Pacific trade routes as China makes upgrades to its own defense capabilities. Germany is building 6 new submarines for India's Navy, and all in all, these agreements show a strong willingness on both sides to bolster bilateral relations.
Emily Leshner in Berlin, thanks very much. Well, Super Typhoon Kongre is expected to make landfall in Taiwan on Thursday after heavy rain and strong winds lash the island. Storm with winds of up to 300 kilometers per hour strengthened into the super typhoon.